Yo, guys, welcome to the UFC 274 review. What a fight card we had last night. Me and Sam jumped on tonight because we needed to get this out ASAP for you guys. So we're going to go through the top three fights on the card. And yeah, let's just discuss the first one. Al Kukui back after a long time. We're all excited to see him. Probably wasn't the best matchup for him. What did you think of his performance going into like that first round? Because I'll share with you afterwards what I thought, but you go first. What did you think of Tony?
I was super impressed with Tony. Like, if you watched it with the before, I was like, literally, he's got no chance. Chandler's it's a wrong matchup because he's so explosive. Chandler is explosive, which ultimately got him the win. But round one, Tony was tagging him with that counter left, straight right, dropped him, made it uncomfortable for him. And I could see in Tony's face, he's walking him down like the old Tony. There was a flash there. You can see his confidence growing on his face. And I was like, all right, Tony's walking him down, thinking this is good now. Like, Tony's still got fight in him, and then he just died. So, but Chandler, man, Chandler's so explosive. But he, like you said, he's definitely got susceptible to that left because that's what Olive strapped him with as well.
Yeah, yo, I was watching him, I flatten it. Like, these walls are so thin. When Tony dropped him, I screamed. And my next door neighbors must have thought, what the fuck is going on? But yo, when Tony dropped him at the beginning of the first round, I was like, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
And then, like,
walking him down.
Like you said, yeah, he's walking him down, like kicking him, like front kicking him and stuff like that. And I was like, shit. But then the takedown was mad.
Oh, yeah.
I think genuinely that is one of the most explosive takedowns I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, Tony didn't even know what was happening. Like, he was just in the air, like, fuck, what the hell? But then on the ground,
that shows evolvement of Chandler from the Gaethje fight, where maybe he should have thrown some more takedowns in. He did try. I know he did try, and Gaethje stopped him. But I think maybe he thought, I don't want to get into a fight with this guy. Same way to Gaethje, I need to win this one. Boom, switch the tactics.
Yeah, I think if Chandler lost this fight, he was basically pretty fucked because he's come to UFC to win a title. He wants to be in the title contention. If he lost to Tony, that would have been it for him. That it would have been done. So I think obviously getting tagged by Tony. Tony was winning on the feet for me. Like, he was winning easily on the feet. Obviously, he's like more rangy. He's a bit unorthodox, but he needed to like change it up. Something needed to change in that first round. And fair play to Michael Chandler, like, using his wrestling. Tony, I don't even know how he would defend that. He literally zipped across like the octagon like it was nothing, man. It was absolutely mental. Tony I was impressed with Tony on the ground, to be fair, because it wasn't like he was just taking lots of like damage on the ground. Like, he was still like defending himself. He was trying to move and change positions and stuff. So I was impressed actually with Tony. And then when he come out for the second round, I thought, honestly, when the second round began, I thought, this is Tony's now. I was like, Chandler is going to become less and less explosive throughout the fight. Little do I know, this geezer's going to fucking volley his head into like the last row.
Oh, horrible, man.
It was disgusting, man. It was so horrible to watch. And like, I've said this before. I don't know if I said it to you yet, but UFC is a bit weird. Like, it's a bit barbaric. Like, in boxing, if a guy was knocked out cold for that long, the whole crowd would be silent. You've got fucking Chandler in there doing about 8 backflips.
Is that one more?
Like, he's doing backflips. The crowd's going mental. I'm just there thinking, fuck, man, is Tony even up? Like, he's not even got up yet, man. And you could see, like, when Tony did get up at the end and, like, they obviously done the result, he was just dazed. Like, I don't think he knew where he was at that point. Like, he just literally looked gone. Like, he didn't know what had just happened. He was, like, confused. Tony's put up some, like, stories and stuff on his Instagram now, so he seems to be in good health. And I read somewhere online, like, one of the journalists posted that, like, it was a negative CT scan, so it doesn't look like he suffered any, like, brain damage from that fight. It was a vicious, vicious kick, man, that was. Like, have you seen the picture?
Yeah. It's horrible.
Like, of Tony's face.
It's like spacey, it's like shrunken in.
And like, Connor's been ripping him, saying like his face looks like a nugget, because obviously he used to call him nuggets back in the day.
It does.
He's like memeing him and saying, oh, his face looks like a nugget, and like photoshopping it on and shit. Connor's been going pretty mad on Twitter today the whole fucking day.
Oh, man. Yeah,
What do you think though? Chandler called him out. What do you think? Do you
yeah, I
think
think
that's a good fight?
Chandler's good on the mic, man. I'll give it to him after.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, it's like
He cuts a good promo.
yeah,
Innit?
like it's like a WWE promo sort of thing that he was doing. So yeah, I did rate what he was doing there. The only just also want to touch on Tony's ground game that you said you was impressed with it. But to me, I felt like he used to threaten a lot more with the submissions, like try and throw up a triangle, like the one he caught Kevin Lee with, and quite another. Do you think that he's not training jiu-jitsu submissions as much from the ground?
He did say, didn't he, in the lead up, he said that he hasn't had his jiu-jitsu partners for a very long time because of the whole COVID situation. So maybe it is just he hasn't been obviously drilling as much. He's not as sharp as he used to be on the ground. But yeah, like he used to like obviously go for like Darce chokes and stuff like that. But when he was on the ground there, I don't think he was really in the position to like attempt much. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's a weird one in terms of Tony now. Yeah, like I would say if he looked very happy in there and he looked good on the feet. Like if he looked terrible, I would say he needs to retire. I think he's still got some fight in him, man.
I think he's got one more. I think after that injury, they ain't gonna let him fight for another 6 months. 100%.
No. He needs to take a break.
He'll take a break. So then it's gonna lead him on to 13, being 39. Is he 39 now? 38, 39.
38 at the minute.
Going on to like 40. So I think he'll have one in him. The crowd still love him when that music hits.
He got the biggest pop again. Like, it's mad. Like he's a big fan favorite. Even if you watched all of like the media on like the week leading up to the fight, he was doing the best numbers out of everyone. All the fighters. A fight for me that I would personally love to see is later on in the year. I think the UFC are going to try and go over to like Australia, New Zealand. I would love to see Tony Ferguson versus Dan Hooker. I think it'd be an incredible fight, man.
At 155.
At 155.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, man. Both skis just coming off a skid, losing skid. One of them has got a win, and they're both like favourites. So someone's getting a little bit of a win, one of the fan favourites.
That's going to be one of those fights where you don't want either guy to lose. But I just think it'll be nice for Tony. Like, doesn't have to worry about takedowns. I think like Dan's great on the feet, both long rangy, both love a war. I just think like that's a fight like that's like a fight of the year contender. That will be. But yeah.
Anyway, going back to what you said before. So Conor Chandler. I think. I know we've discussed this a little bit, and I think Conor will be happy to take it. We know Conor ain't going to cut to 155 now, and he's sort of Chandler. What he said, Conor deserves to have to call the shots at whatever weight and whatever time. Fair play. But I just feel like Chandler, if he's clever, is going to shoot on him like he shot on Tony, and he might change the whole thing. If he goes up there like he did with Gaethje and wants a war, like you said, I can see him getting caught with that counter left and going to sleep. But I'd love to hear your take.
One thing I'll raise you on that is,
go on.
If it's a 5-round fight between Conor and Chandler, I don't think Chandler's going to be able to keep repeatedly taking him down. Because even Khabib struggled late. As the fight went later, like I think it was the 3rd round. Conor stuffed like 3 of his takedowns.
Yeah.
And I think Conor is actually like better at getting up than people give him credit for.
100%.
If we're doing that fight at 170, Conor's a lot stronger as well. Than 155. I think at 155, Chandler will get more takedowns on Conor. I think at 170, he'll actually get less. Obviously, Chandler will be bigger, but Conor's fucking wedged at the minute as well. But it just depends. It depends on the strength that he's got back in his leg and stuff like that. Like obviously,
what about the in terms of if he's at 170, does that affect his cardio and make it even worse? Or
But the only thing with Conor, the only thing I would say is like, if he hits Chandler with those shots that he's been getting caught by, like Tony, at 170, it's going to be lights out. It's going to be lights out if he hits him. But I don't know, man. It's an interesting fight. I don't know if Conor wants that fight straight away because he said in his tweet, "It'll be a fight that interests me down the line."
Oh, okay.
I personally think Conor is looking for another fight, which we'll come on to when we talk about the main event.
Okay. Cool.
Moving on to the co-main event. Definitely a fight of the year contender.
I didn't even watch it.
68 strikes thrown in 25 minutes. That is fucking terrible.
I need to ask you about this because I didn't watch it and I don't understand. Rose is the superior striker. Do you think it was a mental thing of
Yeah,
Rose not throwing strikes? She mentally
bro.
wasn't there, or was there not confidence in the cardio to go? What do you think?
No, the cardio was fine, bro.
Okay.
She literally, I'm so baffled watching this fight. Yeah, when she walked out, I thought, yeah, she looks fucking nervous, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
she looked really nervous, and she's obviously doing a little cringe thing, like I'm the best, I'm the best.
yeah.
Fucking hell, it nauseous me, man.
Yeah.
But she come out, they're like dancing around, yeah, like the first round, and I'm like watching, I'm thinking, oh, whatever, they're just feeling each other out. Doing it again for the second, then the third, and then like the crowd's just booing.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
crowd's booing so much, yeah, and Rose goes back to the corner, and Pat Berry is sat there like, that's reassurance. That means we're doing the right thing. I'm thinking, you're literally not doing anything.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro, it was honestly like watching, like, they were in there just fucking shadow boxing. Like, that's why.
What was it? Rose
baffled.
was scared to go in because of a takedown. Of like getting taken down. Yeah.
Bro, she was so scared of these takedowns. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, in the post-fight press conference, she was like, I know Carla's game. She wants to rush, like people rush into her and she takes them down. So I was like, keep in range.
Yeah.
You can't keep range for the whole fucking fight. You have to hit the person, man.
Yeah.
Like, and the other thing I don't understand, which pissed me off, was like Carla took her down, but Rose was able to get straight back up. Like, so surely, like at that point,
that give you the confidence.
You grow in confidence and think,
of course.
I'm gonna go in and fucking tag her, and if she takes me down, I'm gonna get straight back up anyway.
Yeah.
I was honestly baffled at like the advice. Apparently, Trevor Whitman said to her, "You're 4 rounds up. Go out and enjoy yourself in the last round." I didn't hear him say that. I was listening to it. I didn't hear him say you're 4 rounds up. I heard him say go out and enjoy yourself in the last round.
Yeah.
Pat Berry, I don't know what the fuck he was on about in the corner. He was honestly horrendous. Like you would think that he was watching like Volkanovski versus Ortega. I don't know what fight he was watching. Like the commentators were bored, the fans were booing. Dana said like normally, like if the champion loses like on a split decision, they'd probably look to make a rematch or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He goes, no fan's gonna be like clamoring for that fight to happen again.
Yeah.
So Rose ain't gonna get a shot. It's not gonna happen.
Mate, there's something not gone right there with the game plan and the mentality of Rose then to say she was so scared of going in for that her coaches have made it all about that. But when they should have been drilling, getting back up and building her confidence to think that she can get back up. And once she did, then she should have let her hands go. I don't know. It's very strange.
It's honestly so weird, man. Like, I don't know. I've never watched anything like that. Like, that's the worst UFC fight I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one. Like, they were trying to talk about Adesanya Romero. Even that was better. That was better than that. Like, there's no fight that I've watched that has been worse than that fight. Yeah. I just feel like the people that paid for the pay-per-view got fucking ripped off. Like, so bad. But luckily, the rest of the card was incredible. So we will move on to the main event. Main event was fucking sick. My boy Charlie Olives again, man. Got another prediction right, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for me, like I can't doubt the guy anymore. Like I was super impressed, and I did not see that happening. Like, boom, he's hit Chandler first punch, he's wobbled him. I'm thinking
Chandler,
Gaethje. He's hit Gaethje on the first one, and he's wobbled him. I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe the man's wobbled after first punch. Like, I don't know. I think I was saying to you earlier. I think he's got maybe more power and like some accuracy than I thought. His striking is really good, and I think I've never given him credit for that. I'm more giving him credit as a jiu-jitsu guy, but I think it looks like he's got the whole package. But I just want to take your take on it before I say another point about.
Bro, this guy, I'm not even joking. I had no idea who he was when he was fighting Ferguson. He is now one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah. Why is he your favorite though?
Why is he my favorite?
Yeah.
Because the guy, like this guy, is fucking weird, man. Like he gets knocked down, and it kind of like every fight, every title defense he's had, he ends up on his back in the first round. Yeah. This guy gets up and he goes for the finish. Like he's fearless, man. Like normally people get put on their ass, they're like a bit tentative when they get up. Yeah. This guy does not give a fuck. His like style's so good. Like he mixes up all his strikes as well. He's throwing kicks, knees, elbows, punches, everything. Yeah. There's one, he fucking pulled guard in the middle of the first round. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing, man? Yeah. He's amazing. Like, I think if this guy could speak English, he would be a
That's the
massive star,
that's the
massive,
problem.
massive star.
Yeah.
But like, I think this translator that he had for this fight week was really, really good. Like, I think he should stick with him because you could kind of see like the personality coming across when the translator was speaking.
Yeah.
And I just think all that bullshit that went on with the weights, everything this week, like it shows how mentally strong this guy is.
Yeah.
And for people to keep writing him off and saying over and over again, oh, he's mentally weak, he breaks, blah, blah, blah. The only guy that broke in there was Justin Gaethje. He tapped and quit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he's been calling him a quitter for months, but he's the one that tapped.
Yeah.
But that's why he's one of my favorite fighters, man. He's a fucking stud.
Yeah. I think like for me, I think what is clear is that having that high level jiu-jitsu means that even if you take a shot and the other guy doesn't want to go into your guard, you've got 5 to 10 seconds to recover, and that helps Nate Diaz as well. Like when he's getting dropped by Conor number 2, they've got that extra 10 seconds, 5 seconds to recover. And unless these lot think they're going to put Gaethje out with one shot KO Tony Ferguson style, they have to go into his guard because how are you going to get the finish?
Yeah.
How was Gaethje planning to get the finish just by hitting him? It's so hard to finish someone with one shot straight out. You have to do a knee or some neck shit. But I feel like, like Poirier didn't want anything to do with his guard. I think, did Chandler go into his guard? He didn't want.
Chandler was a psycho. Chandler was in a body triangle. He slammed himself backwards into the body triangle.
Yeah. So I think having that is a huge advantage, and with his striking now, is an all rounder, man. I think the next one's probably going to be Islam, and this is going to be interesting because Islam does want to be in his guard. He does want to be on top of him. So I don't know what do you think's gonna happen with that one, or if it is the next one.
I think this guy has too many tools. I think the next fight is going to be the Islam fight. Yeah. One thing I just want to point out, I was way more impressed with his performance against Gaethje than Khabib's. I know he got dropped twice, but Khabib ate so many of those fucking horrible leg kicks.
Yeah.
He caught one at the beginning and then started getting the timing of Justin Gaethje's leg kicks. If you see it, he comes out with this like really nice like Muay Thai stance, and he has his front foot really light.
And like,
Muay Thai. Through the round, if you start watching it, you can pick up every time Gaethje's throwing it, he's just lifting his leg up, lifting his leg. He checked every kick he threw past like the first minute. That's why I was so impressed with it, because Khabib was tough. He ate those kicks, but this guy avoided the kicks.
I mean, comparing the records now, like you could literally say that they beat the same people, except for like Conor and Chandler. But the thing is that everyone said Khabib's a pound for pound number one. So does that now mean Oliveira's the number one?
Has to be in the conversation. For me, he's top 3. He has to be. You've got Usman there, Volkanovski, and Oliveira. They're the top 3 for me. In terms of the Islam fight, that's going to be a mad fight, isn't it? It's going to be a mad fight. For me, I would give the slight edge to Oliveira simply because he's got the power in his hands. He's shown it against these guys that, like, Poirier's got a fucking chin. Like, Chandler's got a good chin. Like, he recovered from that Tony Ferguson punch, dropped Gaethje, and Makhachev's been knocked out once before. So why can't it happen again? I think it's going to be...
What do you think happens on the ground, though? Who gets the better of who there? I mean, you got that Daghestani style where they don't let the guy close the guard up, so...
because of Sambo, they tie their legs up, don't they? On the ground. I just don't know, man. It's gonna be hard. I think he's gonna be able to take Oliveira down. I think he will be able to. I just think he's gonna have to walk through a shitstorm to take him down. And then even when he's on the ground, if Oliveira for that fight, all he needs to train is with wrestlers. If he can somehow get wrestlers into his camp, like Sambo wrestlers, I don't see any reason why he can't adapt his jiu-jitsu. Like, this guy's jiu-jitsu is mental, man. Like, even with Justin, when he knocked him down, most fighters there are going to run in and just keep hammer fisting or something on the ground. He immediately transitioned, took the back. And then even when he had that seatbelt grip on him, like, he could have easily went for an arm bar, but then he transitioned to a rear naked choke. And then he escaped it the first time. Transitioned to it again. Like, he's very, very smooth on the ground. Like, his submissions are in like sequences. Like, it's not just a one-off submission. hell for leather. If I get it, I get it. If I don't get it,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, he can switch between loads of different
Yeah,
submissions. I'm gonna still edge with Oliveira, man. I think this guy is
yeah,
special, man. Like, he's
yeah.
mental. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just think he's gonna be too much on the feet, and on the ground, there's that constant risk. So,
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
yeah, I think like what you made a good point there about, you know, the if like transitioning to transit, like it's not one attempt, and that's what Khabib always did well, but in a wrestling sense, if you get your ankle, you get that away, grab your wrist, then you go to the next. It's like chain wrestling, they call it. Is next one after next one. So
Yeah.
like there are similarities there, and to be fair, I wish Khabib was around because I think that would have been a fucking crazy fight,
Man.
a
Oh.
crazy fight on the ground. Like, could Khabib stop and like, you know, stop him putting his jiu-jitsu into it? So I feel like if he beats Islam, I don't know, Khabib, he's too big though now, man. He's fucking
Nah,
massive now.
bro, if he beats Islam, he's a better lightweight champion.
Then Khabib, yeah.
He has to be.
Yeah.
He has to be, man.
Yeah, he has to be, yeah.
Because unless Khabib's going to come back
Yeah.
and challenge him,
Yeah.
he's going to be. That's
But
it.
when Khabib retired, he actually mentioned Oliveira, like he's saying, like, if this guy does well, I might challenge him, because he was like, I'm on a different level to everyone. But obviously, he's still got that promise with his mom to say he's not going to. So I don't know. I'd love to see it though. I feel like if anyone beats Islam, I feel like Khabib wants to get that back for him. But do you think Khabib could wait 155? I don't actually think he could.
Nah, I don't think so. He didn't make it in his last fight. He struggled, man.
Yeah,
Like, have you seen the thing with the scales where they just like...
Yeah. That was in Abu Dhabi. He's nice stuff in there.
Bollocks, that, innit?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it'll be interesting. One other thing I just want to touch on before we go. Charles Oliveira called out a name in his post-fight press conference, in his post-fight interview, called out Conor McGregor. What do you reckon about that?
Bad fight for Conor, man. Bad fight.
Bad fight for Conor.
Bad fight for Conor, man. Oh,
but Oliveira is susceptible to being hit. So what do you think?
He is, but I like I said, man, if you can't rely on that. Like, this is what I've realized. You can't rely.
Yeah, you can't. That's what everyone is saying against Khabib as well, isn't it? Like,
you can't rely on that one punch KO. Like, it kind of has to get into his. If he drops him, all right, he might drop him, fair play. But you can't be scared to go into the guard and get that TKO like ground and pound finish.
Conor says he's got the best ground and pound in the UFC. That's what he said on Twitter.
So okay, 1 second. Yeah, all right. So that, I think he loses that, and I think you would probably agree. But where does Gaethje go from here?
Fuck, man, it's a bit of a mad one, isn't it?
Because he's had 2 chances at the title, both unsuccessful. Who the hell does he fight? Like
maybe Dustin.
Dustin number 2. Yeah.
So you got Beneil Dariush.
What's going on with him?
He's out till October, man. The only thing I'm thinking is if they don't, because the whole lightweight division's a bit fucked up at the minute. Because I think Charlie Olives wants to fight in December again.
Okay.
Beneil Dariush is out till October. So if Dariush and Islam fight, they're not going to have a turnaround for December at that point.
No way. No.
So then, who else is really in title contention? There isn't anyone other than Conor McGregor coming back in December.
Yeah.
Which I think they're going to fucking do. That's what I was going to say earlier.
So you're saying Conor's going to make 155?
Yeah, I think he will.
You think he will?
For a title fight, I think he will.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's been on like human growth hormone. He just needs to jump on like Clen. Like that's it, man. He could get to 155.
I'm literally looking at the rankings here. Olive's like pretty much cleared out.
He's cleared the division, man.
Chandler. So he's got Makachev and Dariush, and obviously if they fight, one of them's going to get taken out. No one else like Dos Anjos and Ferguson, Gillespie, McGregor, Fiziev, they're nowhere near. Well, McGregor is because of his name.
Fiziev RDA needs to fight anyway. They're booked.
Yeah. So yeah, like after that, like after Islam, he's got or Dariush, whoever wins, if they do that fight, he's got no one. What the hell is he going to do? Then Conor's going to, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked, isn't it? I think basically they're going to have to do the Islam Oliveira fight in December.
But that just shows how active the lightweight division is. Where like not only have the lightweights fought for the belt, but they've also fought each other, like Gaethje, Chandler, and then obviously Islam and Dariush. So it's an active division compared to like a lot of the divisions in terms of the top 5. So
they're actually all not scared to fight each other. Whereas you've got like you've got like 170 who just only want to fight if they're fighting Usman. Like So it's very different. But I would not be surprised if Dana forces the Islam Dariush fight because of what Islam done with the RDA thing, where he was like, "Oh, I'll fight you," and then he just sacked it.
Why did he sack it?
I don't know why he sacked it in the end. I think he wanted a catch rate or something or more money.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
He ended up sacking it, and then I think Dana was pissed off, and then he goes,
Dana
"Oh,
hates that.
he's gonna have to fight Dariush next. If he
Yeah,
fights
Dana hates
Dariush next, the only man I can see returning in December is Conor McGregor, man."
Yeah. But off a leg injury against, like you said, pound for pound top 3 guy, when he's been struggling with pretty much everyone except for Cerrone. Like, it just doesn't make sense, but it kind of does at the same time.
Nothing makes sense that Conor says, man. He thinks he's going to take Usman out, man. He's not going to take out Usman.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He didn't want to wait for the title. Now I understand what you're saying. But I don't know if he could even make that, man. The amount of size he's put on now.
Yeah, fuck knows, to be fair. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. It was a good card. Obviously, the Rose fight was disappointing, but the other 2 fights were incredible, man. I was super happy for Oliveira, gutted for Tony. Rose fight, dog shit. It was like a fucking roller coaster, that card.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrap it up there, guys, because it's quite late now. We'll be back in the week with all like MMA news and like fights coming up to go over future cards and stuff. But yeah, once again, thanks for the support. Hit the subscribe button, hit like on the video, and check us out on Instagram at the champion. No, it's at Championship Rounds. Official. Something like that. I forgot it, man.
It's in the description.
It's in the description. Yeah, check it out, lads.
Okay.
Safe.
Peace.